Good evening, Rams, and welcome to Local Beatz, CTV's only show dedicated entirely to local music. I'm your host, Emma Iannacone. We've got a great show for you here tonight. We've got up-and-coming Fort Collins band Holdfast with us here to talk about their new single, Because of You. We also have an inside look at a local recording studio where bands including Rise Against have recorded songs and albums. Later, music critic Alec Erickson updates us on his latest album review. But before all that, let's talk about upcoming concerts in the area. For all of you there, Colby Calais will be performing at the Lincoln Center here in Fort Collins on October 15th. This is part of her Malibu Sessions acoustic tour for the album Gypsy Heart. She will be accompanied by Justin Young and the High Dive Heart. You'd better catch her while she's here because her next show will be in St. Paul, Minnesota. But if you're looking for something more on the pop rock genre, the Summer Set is coming to Northern Colorado on October 28th. They will be performing in the Moxie Theater in Greeley. Their Made For You tour will have William Beckett and the Hudson Thames accompanying the band across the nation. Classic 90s band Cake is also coming to Northern Colorado this month. Tickets are sold on Cake's website and the Boulder Theater website, but I bet if you do a little digging, you could find a ticket or two. They'll be playing on October 14th and 15th. Cake also has a feature on their website called Cake Carpool, where you can connect with other concert goers and coordinate rides to the shows. How nice of them. Fort Collins is adding something new that will help starting bands and musicians break their way into the centerfold of the music scene. The Music District, which opened on Friday, provides resources and knowledge to musicians who are just getting started. Fort Collins has been a pioneer for local music, but now the Music District is giving back to its community.
Yeah, the Music District is a place for musicians, for music businesses, for nonprofits related to music, but also just for people who love music. So essentially, if there's anything about music that you love or that you want to do or that you want to make a reality, you can come here and work on it.
Anthony Cross, the producer of the Imperial Records, is very excited about what this means for local musicians.
This is like the physical manifestation of something actually being real about this music scene. Whereas before, sure, we could tell ourselves, yeah, we've got a music scene, but now that there's a huge investment in it, and there's something definitely real about it, that says a lot. That says that this really is going places. You know, that there are people out there that believe in it.
Creating this space for local music has been a long journey.
A lot of great people who love music started the idea. It's been in development for almost 10 years now.
It's not something that just kind of casually happened. There's a lot of will and effort put into it.
But now couldn't be a better time for its arrival.
The music scene itself, which has this really vibrant energy about it right now, and kind of, in a way, kind of like demands something like this.
This place, the Music District in general, provides a lot of resources to a lot of bands. And that will translate to helping bands that are coming up and starting kind of fulfill their potential.
TheMusicDistrict.org makes it clear that they want you to find your place in music. The Music District hopes to help musicians hone their craft, learn the business, and connect with their community. Local band Autumn Burn is releasing their new album, Reach Up to the Stars, on October 7th. There will be a release party at Hodie's Half Note where the band will perform alongside Saints of Never After and more. Autumn Burn said, quote, "We want to thank our fans for supporting us through the album process. It has been a long road getting here and we're ready to celebrate this new endeavor," end quote. The doors open at 7 p.m. on Friday. You can find tickets at hodieshalfnote.com or visit Autumn Burn's Facebook page. For over 20 years, Fort Collins has been the home of the Blasting Room studio. The Blasting Room is a small recording studio that has worked with many punk rock bands and has released over 450 albums over the years. The indie studio has helped bands like The Descendants, NoFX, and Rise Against rise to the top of the charts. Local Beatz assistant producer Carson Porterfield has the story.
This is Carson Porterfield standing outside the Blasting Room. This local recording studio has been known to record such albums from bands like NoFX, Rise Against, and The Descendants. Let's go take a look inside.
The Blasting Room opened in Fort Collins in the summer of 1994 by owners and operators Jason Livermore and Descendants drummer Bill Stevenson. In the 22 years the Blasting Room has been around, many popular punk rock bands have been through to record.
Bands we've worked with Rise Against, NoFX, Lagwagon, Propaganda.
Aside from the big name bands, they have also worked with many local bands from Fort Collins and recorded over 450 albums from bands across the country.
People come to our studio, I want to say just for our names or like Bill and I's past works, maybe more so than the actual like studio itself, you know, the people running the place.
And it's not just the musicians who enjoy working here. The staff loves the relaxed, happy, and fun punk rock environment that the Blasting Room has become known for over the years.
You know, it's fun, it's easy, it's music. You know?
The Blasting Room is one of Fort Collins' many hidden gems. It's just another reminder of how much our city rocks. That's all the music updates I have, but up next we sit down with local band Holdfast to talk about what they've got in store for their fans.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Welcome back to Local Beatz. I'm here with a very local and very young band, Holdfast. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Hi, thanks.
Yeah, so can you guys tell me about your sound? Tell me about what kind of music you play.
Yeah, we play like, I don't know, alt rock? Alt rock.
Yeah. Do you guys want to tell me about where you play here in Fort Collins?
We like to play in Fort Collins just because like there's the only venues are around here for us. Like Windsor, there's like a couple.
There's
couple
no real
spots.
places in Windsor to play, so we play mostly around local Fort Collins.
Yeah.
But
the Artery,
we
Everyday Joe's,
play there a lot. Everyday Joe's.
Legal Pete's.
Yeah, and I understand that you guys recorded at the Artery recently.
Yeah, they have a studio in there called Hope and Arrows, and we recorded 2 songs there this summer, and we're gonna release one of them as a single. I think next month.
Yeah.
We're planning.
Yeah.
And,
October.
yeah, and we want to go back in and record a 3rd one just to make like a full EP later.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
That's
finally
good.
have some material to release.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that you guys kind of blew up over the summer. You were relatively unknown, and now this summer you've kind of just blown up.
Yeah, ever since we saw you at Foco MX, like we just got so many shows out of that, and we actually have played like how many?
This summer we've played
Gigs.
probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, since then it's just been really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So you guys are all very young. They're all in high school, actually. So can you guys tell me when you
Except
guys
for him.
got started and how you guys got started?
How did we get started?
It was like in 2011, and
I remember the day.
I do, because
2011.
Chuck got this new drum set kit because it was his birthday, and he was just jamming in the basement on his drum set kit. I came down, and he's like, "Tom, you should try this." And so within like 10 to 15 minutes, I was playing drum set, and then we got that going, and then
At the time,
Mike picked up bass.
Yeah, you were also
Charlie
learning
started
guitar,
learning
so you
guitar.
told me to try to learn the bass.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then,
For a while, it was just like us just messing around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got the drum set, but then you ended up being the drummer in the band.
yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
pretty much.
So where's your guys' favorite place to perform here in Fort Collins?
The Artery, without a
The
doubt.
Artery?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Definitely
cool
Artery.
spot.
It's a cool place. The sound's great. The sound guys there are fantastic. We've worked with them a lot now, and they're always just super
Definitely
fun to work
professional.
with.
Yeah, very cool. So are you guys really excited about this upcoming recording that you guys are doing? You're coming out with a lyric video, right?
Yeah, we're gonna release a lyric video with the single "Because of You." We're planning to, but Yeah, so that'll be good for publicity and just like having something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're planning to go back in the studio. We don't know what song we're gonna record, but yeah, we just wanted to like make the EP have a little more content than just 2 songs.
Yeah,
So,
totally. So, do you guys have any upcoming concerts that people can come and see you at?
Yeah, we have a gig coming up in October. Is it the 16th?
The 16th, yeah.
It's on Sunday. It's a Sunday at 2 p.m. at Surfside 7. It's an all-ages show at this bar, so it's going to be really fun.
Nice.
Yeah, and the band that we're playing with is Places Back Home, and we just played for their EP release at the Artery a couple weeks ago, and that was insane. Like they had
there was
big crowd.
a lot of people.
Really?
That was like the biggest crowd we played for.
It was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very big show.
So, do you guys have any crazy stories about playing live? Anything that you want to share?
Like struggles?
Yeah. So there was this one show we played. It was for, I guess it was like this breast cancer or 5K or something. They had live music, and this band played before us, and then we were up next. And I think
after the awards.
After the band played, and then they did awards for the 5K, like fastest time or whatever.
Right.
And,
And this was 11 in the morning on a Saturday at a lake.
Yeah.
And then we were up and we started playing, and then they just started like taking down the stage around us, and just like everyone was starting to pack up and going, and it ended up being us playing for an empty field.
Oh, that's so upsetting. I mean, like, we're in the middle of a set and you're taking the stage down.
Funny.
Oh, that's too bad.
They like
it was a big
tore off
practice room.
tore off the sign below the stage.
They're like, listen to them as you clean up.
Yep.
Gosh, that's
was
too bad.
it.
Gotta have a couple of those though.
Yeah, of course. Everyone starting out has those kind of stories.
The good, the bad.
The good and the bad. All right. Well, do you guys have anywhere that people can follow you on social media?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram, I think Twitter.
We have a Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah. So we're on all those sites.
Great. And you'll be releasing the.
Yeah, that'll be available everywhere, like all the main platforms like Spotify, iTunes.
Great.
Amazon.
Yeah, it'll be on like SoundCloud.
It'll be globally distributed, so
Yeah.
anybody can download it and buy it. So.
Yep.
And is that recording studio at the Artery, is that their own label or?
They don't actually. I don't think it's.
I don't know if they have a label, but
Yeah.
we're releasing through CD Baby, which has its own set of like copyrights and stuff that protects our music and allows us to distribute it everywhere.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, coming up after this, we have a sneak preview at one of their new singles, one of my favorites, Because of You. Don't go anywhere.
back the beginning. It's a new day, another week, but it doesn't matter to you. It's because of you. It's because of you. It's because of you. It's because of you. You've got no choice to make every day, whether to receive everything and feel the void. Oh, go face the devil, face to face and say, what could you for me? La 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 la.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
What's up, music fans? I'm collegiate music critic Alec Erickson. I'm here to break down a couple of the latest music releases and whether or not you should drop some money for some new music. First up is This Wild's Life, Low Tides. The band has released their highly anticipated sophomore album, which incorporates more elements than the band's previous works, making this one of the band's biggest endeavors to date. From beginning to end, the album is structured in a way that resembles the main theme, taking the listener on an emotional roller coaster. But although there is a lot to connect with on an emotional level, it can get to be too much at some times. There are only so many ways you can convey the idea of moving on from a relationship, and Low Tides touches on just about every single one of those ways. It's honestly surprising to see a band experiment and not completely change their sound at the same time. This Wildlife have created something very unique. Overall, I think Low Tides is a great album and definitely worth checking out. Then up next, we had the 7th studio album from Against Me. Shapeshift With Me is the highly anticipated follow-up album to Transgender Dysphoria Blues, which was Laura Jane Grace's coming out album. Now with Shapeshift With Me, front to back, the record is structured in a much more narrative manner. While there is not a driving story, there's a very natural beginning, middle, and end to this record. And for the punk rock genre, this isn't something you tend to see very often. With this record, we are seeing Grace as a songwriter in a much more comfortable and natural place than she's ever been before, writing both memorable and very real songs that provide a community with a much more mainstream sound to relate to. While Shapeshift With Me is not nearly as groundbreaking as its predecessor, it had a very difficult job of following some of the band's best work to date. While it manages to stand on its own 2 feet by comparison, it tends to create a sound that we have come to know and love from Against Me. Well, That's all the latest music reviews, but coming up, Emma Iannacone has more with Local Beatz.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
That's all the time we have for tonight. We'll catch you back here next month for our next episode of Local Beatz. In the meantime, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Tune in tomorrow night to the CTV for all the latest in Ram news, sports, and entertainment. Have a good night.